Generally, though, because you look at what's happened in draft here, you don't want to be the team that has to win early on blue side in general, because you will not have prio bot lane. PSG, speaking of this bot lane they've got, this bot lane might just win the game through bot by themselves.
Yeah, there's also just 3 lanes with prio on PSG.
Yeah, and you have to win early as CFO, and this is why blue side is so dangerous to play these aggressive strategies.
So
they don't have no late game on CFO, but with Nidalee, you just have to give it to the Sejuani team.
I mean, the Zeri team, ultimately.
True, yeah.
I think Zeri is just one of the strongest, if not the strongest, late game scaling AD carry we have currently in the meta.
Yeah.
Just by virtue of being so hard to lock down and you're hitting 5 people all at once.
Yeah, kneecapped a little bit, right, is Maple this game. Because he doesn't get to take a combat sum like an ADC Zeri would. But still, everything you said still stands.
Yes and no, but you just get to be higher level than an AD carry Zeri would be.
What exactly?
No, we are not lane swapping,
here?
But Driver has just lost a lot of HP to Arja. Arja is being traded back on, and he's going to have to pop the ghost. He is in a peculiar position. He will be able to make it out, though.
Nice. That was a nice play from CFO, punishing. How many times have we seen Arja in these lane swaps just walk mid and start auto-attacking the enemy?
Okay.
CFO doing their study.
So now CFO have to justify the lane swap as Woody is making sure Kasa cannot get this Raptor camp, and Junja just starting once again his top side.
He should not be able to do this.
The illegal side of the map. He's already got himself 1 camp. That's a 2nd camp he's picked up, and he's found all of the Raptors.
What a criminal. What a criminal play for Junjia to be able to get away with. Just way later, Sword Art and Driver compared to Aja.
Yeah.
And Woody, on the other hand, they're just super early to stop the contest.
I really like what Junja did. So everyone has watched how PSG navigate these lane swaps, right? He always starts one of his topside camps on the illegal side of the map. This time, starting Wolves, getting level 2, then going over to his Raptor camp, getting both those camps, and now invading Casa. So he's still going to have the same result in a different pathing, which is just going to put Casa behind, put himself ahead as Sejuani into the Nidalee. Meanwhile, as per normal, this top lane tower taking next to no damage. Meanwhile, the bot lane tower, 2 plates already going down, and this is a Vayne collecting gold versus a Cassante not collecting anything.
Do you know what the punish to Junjia doing that on Raptors was? I think the punish was to TP bot on Driver.
Yeah?
Because these champs can't 3v1 dive a Cassante, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not. They might.
It
a level 1 Cassante.
Yeah.
He had E. Yeah, they definitely can die. He didn't have Pathmaker. He can't proc Aftershock.
Yeah, it depends on what levels Renata had at that point. Renata is so good at diving with her the Resurrect spell.
Yeah. Oh, Guardian popped. Now, all things said and done, lane swap seemingly over. It is PSG who find themselves at a gold advantage. No surprises.
Yep.
And now we head back to regular lanes. Vayne with boots, as is Driver on the Cassante. But this is going to favor the Vayne. It's a very difficult lane to navigate. At least you've got him through at least level 1.
Yeah, as Driver. Doesn't get any better, though, is the problem.
Yep. And now we're seeing fruits of Junja's labor as he will be 1 camp up and actually a 2nd as soon as he does blue.
Yeah, in disbelief that Sejuani has come out of the early game ahead of Nidalee, especially when you just have, because you're faster at clearing and more mobile on the Nidalee, you can maneuver so much more freely in these early game lane swaps. But Junjia, PSG, showing why you don't swap into them.
Yeah, they did. Their most recent swap went negatively against DCG, but this time, I mean, it was off the back of 6-5 mimicking how Junja starts the game. Casa not doing the same, and it is going to cost him. Junja now getting into his Raptor camp. It is stolen away from Casa, so he gets at least 1 camp back, but still he's 2 down.
Yeah, and Karsa has not managed to do anything in this early game already. It is safe to say Sejuani level 5. Yeah. Up to camps level 5 on Sejuani is almost already lost for the Nidalee, in my opinion.
Yeah, every lane's
going to get 6. Junjia's just going to get 6 and go ult someone. Can choose pretty much between Karsa and Gori for who he wants to target this game.
Could look bot.
And, yeah, Junjia pinged on his way to the Dragon. Will he have some camps to farm before then to maybe get level 6?
Probably not.
Yeah, and he knows that Karsa just has to go do his Grom. Only topside up. Betty throwing the hawk shot at Gromp. They know that this Nidalee is so delayed.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to pick up this dragon free of charge, and it's not even going to force, by the looks of things, the bot lane out of lane. So really not losing anything in terms of tempo. Only Junja, who might now find himself evened up in CS, but up in objective.
Yeah, does Karsa know this is happening? Because this should at least be a flip. Nidalee should not get to solo this, I don't think. Nope, Karsa just recalling.
Yeah, has to. Hasn't recalled.
No, he hasn't. Not at all this game.
So, I mean, this bot tower is almost dead. We're 6 minutes in. Oh, PSG have just completely outplayed this lane swap, it feels like.
Yeah.
It is only a 300 gold advantage, but it's more the state of the game. Because this bot lane tower is now just waiting to fall.
Yeah, you make one mistake as CFO's bot lane, which looks like they already have made the mistake. The fatal mistake, whatever happened to Shun's HP, and you lose this tower.
A much better look here from PSG in comparison to their game against DCG. Is one plate remaining on this bot lane tower. That's less than 1,000 HP. Now Karsa's trying to get some Void Grubs for himself. Let's see if the priority that Arja has in the top lane can net at least one trade back. It doesn't seem like PSG are too concerned about it. Maybe learning from DCG that there is still win cons possible through the dragon.
PSG, I wonder if they're going for this tower. Because they haven't taken a recall. This is very greedy.
Only Sword Art there. I want to pan down. I mean, this is...
I don't think so. With Sword Art recalling, they shouldn't be on the tower.
He cancels his recall.
Yeah, so greedy from PSG. They might throw their lead a little bit here.
I mean, they're ultimately still pretty even in items, right? There's a tier stacking, but it's a 950 gold item to a 900 gold item, and Betty is actually technically up. There is the boots as well, but
level
still...
6 for Betty. It's dead. This is a 7-minute tower.
That is absurd.
Yeah, and this bot lane from PSG already...
Waiting as well for this cannon to go down.
And blocks it.
Shouldn't even losing a second minion there, as one auto will do it. Minion eventually gets that kill, and it's Betty, the biggest winner out of this lane swap.
Yeah, and it's kind of puzzling to me how many times PSG have been made to prove they know how to lane swap. Considering they just are our best lane swap team.
Yeah.
Yeah, puzzling that teams just keep going for this.
Driver doing well on the top side, only down about a wave's worth of minions, but ultimately it is the other side of the map that suffered from this lane swap. It's a dragon picked up early as well for PSG, and yes, the Void Grubs were there to answer, as the next set will spawn on the same timer as Dragon, so there is counterplay around whether or not Junja wants to give up the Dragon for the Void Grubs to make sure 6 doesn't come through, or if they try and get both, or we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder if you even care about the 6 Void Grubs as Junjia, just because when are they getting cryo on CFO?
Yeah.
You do often just find yourself randomly hitting a tower, and it helps tempo to have the Void Grubs.
Yeah, and if you ever win a fight, it means you get way more out of it.
Yeah.
Is kind of, I think, where the most value comes out of Void Grubs, more so than side laning.
Yeah, so if he has the opportunity to deny, I'm sure Junjia will, but he won't sacrifice a dragon for it, I don't think. Speaking of Driver, back on Driver for a second, imagine a worse feeling than playing extremely safe against a Vayne for an entire laning phase for your bot lane to lose their tower at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You're kind of hoping the rest of your team are doing okay, because when you're the Cassante sitting in this lane, you're telling yourself, I'm useful. I'm a tank. I'm going to show up to team fights and be more useful than my Vayne. But if Driver's team falls apart, he's just suffering up here for nothing.
Woody may be coming to help out, look for a dive, and Arja's just peppering away at Driver's health bar. Driver probably going to be backed away from this minion wave, though Caster coming up means that he might feel okay. Woody will get another Demolish proc, as nice handshake lands there, as well as those Silver Bolt procs, and unfortunately that spear will go wide, and I think so far we're getting it proven to us that this Nidalee champ really not helping out all that much.
Yeah, and Driver no TP. Just going to have to back and take
Betty,
the L.
though, he's in trouble. Going to have to use that Enchanted Crystal. Arrow Flash comes through, and an answer there. Ooh, Betty does survive, and that's very important. He is where so much of this gold on the side of PSG lay, and Woody is up here getting a Demolished proc. Maple, though, he's looking for the 1v1. Lightning Crash used, and Gory trading back very aggressively. Very, very aggressively. It's so even.
Very close.
Like Caster's here. Flash available for Betty. Maple, sorry. He might just have to use it. He's going to be used. Going to have to dodge out of that spear. Will do so, and he's completely fine.
Yeah, nice dodge by Maple. Karsa not able to get on the board yet. Neither is Junjia, but I'd much rather have a 0-0 Sejuani.
Yeah, me too. 2K.
2K without a kill
Yeah.
is insane.
And I mean, this is just off the back of the lane swap. It's I think partly, yeah, there's a Vayne, you're kind of forced to lane swap. Otherwise, Cassante gets walked away from the first, the second, and possibly even the third minion wave. And it becomes just impossible to ever lane as the Cassante. So coming out up to, you know, the 4-minute mark where you are just almost even, the only difference being a couple of plates that Vayne was able to pick up, means that the Cassante has a better life, but the rest of PSG are just
bot lane
thriving.
suffered so much for it. Because if you had a full HP tower, at least in bot lane, you could afford to make, you know, some mistakes or take a bad trade against this very strong lane in Ashe Renata.
And now Void Grub's being done. Woody here, though, to try and deny it. Castle does get one, so that's going to at least mean that Void Mites do spawn on the Rift now for CFO, as well as a bit of additional damage when it comes to towers. 4v4 is what's lined up here as both top laners do head their way down towards these Void Grubs. Now, ultimates are back up for both Betty and Maple, who did use them recently. Junjie, however, does not have that Glacial Prison. 5 Void Grubs going to be picked up, possibly, as Junjie walks in, gets the smite, so it is one at least picked up for PSG. Junjie going to flash away from that knock up the driver. No Aftershock now available as Xenoblade lands for Sword Art. Solar Flare as well, it's on to 2, but Woody gets a massive hostile takeover, and now these AD carries are fully unleashing. Shun having to run away, Gory having to flash away, and PSG, they get 2-4-0, as well as those 2 Void Grubs. They'll have the opportunity now to choose whether they want to head down to that bot side. It looks so good, the 2-man Solar Flare, but the 3-man hostile takeover, Woody saving the day.
Yeah, the disengage from Woody was insane. So much of this poke is missing from CFO, and I think Sword Art just forgets he's in a poke comp. Driver's play maybe isn't too aggressive, but I think we've got quite a while before the play breaks out. Actually, we can watch some of the poke miss from CFO.
Yeah, Junjie just strolling
Here,
up.
Driver goes on Junjie. I don't hate the flash from Junjie. This is a fine play. But here, Sword Art going, his whole team is poked. It's like Porkies and Ezreals with tears.
2,
and
Gory just getting out.
Yeah, but that's enough. 3 people with the Renata ulti, and you're already engaging that play onto Sejuani and Renata, right? So all the carries are free hitting.
All back to live. Xenoblade connects on Mabel. He's dead. Nice find there by Sword Art, but it's going to be traded 1-for-1, it looks like, as Betty heads on up here, and
he should
Sword Art realizes.
Betty the kill.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have to see if anything else comes from this. It is at least going to be the Dragon here for PSG as they pick up the second of the game.
No one can defend top.
Can't be Infernal or Chemtech. What's your bet? There's 4 other Dragons it can be. Quick. I'm going Hextech. I'm going Hextech.
I'm going Wind.
Wind? All right, let's find out. Were either of us correct?
That's why I was a pro, baby.
Damn, yeah, it is. Cloud Dragon.
Alright, Maple getting dive here. No flash. Good punish by CFO. Need to get on the map. Don't be too disheartened after that Rift Herald fight goes badly for you. And inconsequential kill going to Woody here, I think.
Yeah, the main thing is that Maple's now off the map, not collecting gold during this time.
Yeah, and Woody has to sit top and soak.
Oh, Solar Flare doesn't quite connect.
Nice.
Woody able to flash out, get to only the slow part. Is Lightning Crash committed here from Maple? Is he going to dash over the wall? Yes, he is. He's happy. And Chana Crystal Arrow connects as well, and then Maple's going to get 1 kill. He's going to get a second. And what a play.
Maple.
The cohesion.
Yeah, the Ashe Arrow coming in time to stop Leona from doing anything.
Yeah.
Maple trusts his teammates, goes forward. All his teammates follow him up.
Yeah, going to secure themselves a Rift Shield off the back of that too. And meanwhile, I mean, this is all happening, right? If you're Driver, you are the most miserable Cassante to ever be on the planet.
You've pulled off a miracle Cassante lane phase. You've managed to maintain a 10 CS deficit this whole game against Vayne, no matter who showed up top lane to pressure you and proc demolish on your tower and shove you out of lane. You've still just managed to hang in there. You're going to be useful in these fights. Get onto this Ashe and kill her, Renata and kill her, but...
One thing I have to say, though, is Vayne is an insanely good champ into everything on CFO.
Yeah.
Every single champ has a skill shot. There's 2 tanks with skill shots, and Vayne thrives in this scenario. As long as you're mechanically capable, which, let's be honest, it's Arja. He certainly is.
Yep.
I think this might be one of the greatest team comps to be Vayne against. Unless it was like, you know, Mundo, Ornn, Leona.
Yeah.
But
5 Mundos is the best comp, but this, as far as competitively viable comps, I agree with you. Yeah, Cassante can't touch you. Nidalee, Ezreal can't touch you. I do think Porky does okay into the Vayne.
Yeah, you can kind of just sit there and try.
Because he's 2-shotser.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And at the end of the day, you can think you're that guy on Vayne all you want until you get Leona flash stun. The problem with that is Maple's 3-1 on Zeri.
Yeah, there's
maybe more of a threat.
Usually it's like, oh, we've flash stunned their AD carry. This time they've got 3.
Yeah. So which one do you stun?
It's probably not Betty. Although Betty's strong, it's an Ashe.
Yeah, it has to be Maple.
Yeah, 3-1.
And they don't have any other CC. So Leona picks a guy, you will kill him. I'm sure CFO are capable of doing that.
RJ, a weak side Titan realizing what's going on. Casa going to start up, and RJ's seen now on the trap. And RJ going to leash this Gromp away from its spawn.
Yeah, that's annoying for Karsa, who would take so long to do it now that it's running away from him. He has to just get off it for fear of Junjia showing up.
Yeah, now Betty getting some work done on this tower, and some work indeed, as he does take a tower shot, but Guardian will block out the majority of that damage.
Yeah, look at my Ezreal's items. Shun is having a horrible game.
Yeah, and I got to come back to the Vayne point, right? As even if you think back to like Season 5,
yeah,
I remember myself, I was probably like Diamond at the time.
Okay.
Playing AD carry. Oh, hold up. Ginger going to get engaged on. Has that flash to get out. So it does lose his flash, but it is traded for that solar flare. Will it be up in 90 seconds? Feels like it should be Maple. Oh, the nice path maker, but the stun still comes through as Maple. One more auto and he gets it. Now he is going to have to recall that lightning crash won't be available for this Cloud Soul, and Driver will be back with teleport.
Yeah, Driver used his flash there as well. Maple didn't have his, so Driver saw an opportunity to get a kill,
Casa.
maybe.
Oh, he's going to be more than safe enough.
Do the funny Zeri thing.
Yeah. But as I was saying, myself as a little Diamond AD carry back in the day, I'd see Ezreal and immediately think I'm playing Vayne into this.
Yeah.
Maybe a little different these days, but I don't feel like it should be.
No, I mean, you pick a top lane these days, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of suffers in bot, doesn't it?
Maple, sickeningly large gold lead.
Yeah, has his second item now. Not going for the Runeans. Virtue of 3 range champs. You typically want Runeans if there's 3 melees against you. 3 range means you're not really going to get that much use, I guess, out of those additional auto attack procs.
Yeah, I think Maple's identified that the play is probably just some flash Leona Salinas onto him.
Yeah.
And the tankier he is, the better. He doesn't necessarily need the cleanse because he's got Woody to back him up.
You know, one thing you can say for Driver is it's an incredibly easy game to itemize. You need nothing but armor.
Yeah. Sucks that Frozen Heart isn't the best Cassante item, because this is a ridiculous Frozen Heart game.
You really need health on that champ. Admittedly, Leona could go for a Frozen Heart.
It feels bad not going Warmogs.
Oh, yeah, you got a second, I mean, but yeah, Warmogs first. But, I mean, you could actually probably make the argument that Frozen Heart's better here. It just sucks
I think so.
Having to be against... Well, I guess it's not even Warmogs, it's a... Yeah, I think Frozen Heart's better here. You're not against a Warmog support, so it's not like Woody's able to face check in, take a bunch of damage and walk out.
Yeah.
True Shot Barrage comes through. We'll connect onto Junja. This is the third even Dragon of the game here for PSG as they're now Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Gory gets hit, and Junja will be here in time. Glacial Prison does get the flash away though.
Ooh. Half a second, maybe quarter of a second away from dying there as Gory.
Yeah, but here comes the Rift Shield, and this is an inner tower now being looked at, and there's no play around the map. Driver's just going to have to look for a recall. Is there a teleport flank? Yes, there is, and he's looking for it. Teleporting in now. Solar Flare misses absolutely everyone as Gory's very low. I don't know if this fight is very well advised. We're 19 minutes in, and PSG might have an angle to end this game. Flash forward. Maple kills one. He's looking for Shun. One more auto attack will do it. One more lightning proc. Won't find it. Betty flashes in as well, and Driver's looking for RJ. You're not going to find that kill. Betty will, though, as Driver goes down. Everyone damn well goes down. Casa will likely be the last alive, although Shun did make it back to his fountain and getting his heal back up, but just look how far ahead PSG Talon are. 8k Golden marching into the fountain of CFO.
Yeah, Shun lands his ulti there, but it's not going to amount to all that much, and somehow we are on track for what this matchup has become. CFO versus PSG is 25-minute games where CFO are getting stomped somehow, and yeah, it's looking like a repeat. They might have Soul by 25 minutes. PSG take out the tower very quickly, and then
I don't know why we're going here.
Yeah, once the Leona ult misses, you just call it off, right? When you're this behind, you cannot go for stuff.
Look at Gory's health and mana.
Yeah. I think if the Leona ult lands on a couple people and looks amazing, you can maybe continue to make that play, but from behind, you have to be more picky, right? Karsa's dead live. I don't think Baron's up yet. No, it's up. It's up.
Karsa's died to something. That was a fight, by the way, without having used our Renata ult.
Ash arrow. Betty is putting magnets in these Ash arrows.
Yeah. Deadly accurate. Possibly an MVP performance out of him, despite Maple
Despite
doing
barely
so
being
much
on our
damage.
screen.
Yeah, Maple, he is up at that top side. He's definitely got cover to make it down towards this Baron. The Baron going down pretty slowly. But
landing.
now Arja coming, a lot of poke coming through. Betty now getting flashed on. That solar flare, there is no flash available for Betty. And Sword Art, he's in no man's land. Honey Fruit trying to top up that health, but Driver comes in, he gets one, he gets two. Can they turn this around? There's still 2 AD carries dead. You've killed one, you've killed the support. That's a third AD carry going down, but the most impactful AD carry is Maple. The stun comes through. He is not dead. He's found a double. He's found a triple, and now Junja's trying to dodge out of all these skill shots he's running. He does get the flash away. Now Maple in trouble.
Surely he's
Is
dead.
there anything to get him out of this?
Is he going to eat through
Phosphorus
the wall?
bomb.
He's gone already.
Maple's
He did
gone.
the E. You can E out of that like Bard can do the magical journey.
Yeah,
Maple's
it's a very
gone.
tight angle, but he manages to find it. That 650 gold shutdown does elude CFO, but what doesn't is the ability to stop that Baron buff. Now, the one problem of having a bunch of AD carries is there is a lack of tankiness. Handshake, everything just landing onto cast, 3 flashes and taken out.
Yeah, and that's the cue for PSG to start up this dragon, but Shun actually has landed all of this poke. He actually misses that 1 Q onto Betty, which might have changed the fight, really. But Maple is untouched here. They do not target him in this fight and kind of suffer for it. And you see Aja on the vein. Not too worried is a Corki Ezreal, as long as they're 2v1.
And Shun just going down.
Yeah, Gory not in position to help.
Maybe Gory could have played a little aggressive
He was
there.
he was just way too far away.
I think clicking backwards feels illegal.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been
Aja
clicking
did
backwards.
run him to the right of the fight. I didn't see what he did right after he killed Aja.
Oh, he just
Maple
walks.
just walked. That's funny.
Puts up the thumbs up.
看还行，
感觉
And Maple looks
Oh,
good.
Gory now being looked at. No flash available, but does have that Valkyrie and the teleport. PSG just going to walk away and be happy.
And at this point, it's starting to feel like Maple wasted his career playing mid.
Yeah.
With how he's performing on these ADCs.
Yeah, a lot of years put into the wrong role, perhaps, as he is an absolute
He's
demon.
the second coming of Viper, apparently. So he's about to finish up his IE and become even more demonic. Gory, on the other hand, is strong.
Yeah.
He's not weak, but compared to Maple,
Yeah, he's not 3 items. That's,
IE finished. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much you'd have to feel like a guaranteed dragon is,
Let's
Sword
see,
Art
Aja
even on the
dead.
top side. Arja's going to have to pop
No, he's not.
the ultimates and Sword Art. Yeah, Solar Flare
Oh.
doesn't even connect. Arja just pixel perfect dodge.
Yeah, and he's so calm in those
Oh,
situations.
but PSG, they're not even on the dragon. They're actually playing aggressively on the top side. It's Casa going to be able to dodge out at least this time from one of these Enchanted Crystal Arrows, but he's not going to be able to dodge out from Sejuani auto attacks. He's taken out. That's the freest kill of PSG's career. Is Driver now trying to run away. He is all out, but he has no one to use it on, and that's a double kill. Maple now legendary 9-1 on the Zeri and attention towards this Baron.
Yeah, and it
CFO,
would've been-
you have to look for the dragon.
Yeah, it would have been hard to stop this Baron without your jungler, but without your jungler and your top laner, there is no hope. It looks like PSG are going to make the greedy play here and go for the dragon and the Baron. Bane does this so quickly.
There's something about cake and eating. Shun, he's angled towards this top side. Only really could be a true shot barrage steal as it's coming through and Gory's being looked at. Maple flashing forward. That's another kill. Could even look for Shun maybe with the amount of damage that this Zeri has. Has the shield bow, gets hit by everything.
Be careful.
Sword now flashing in. Maple, he doesn't have the extra life. The Ignite's going to get him. No! Shun! And that's really important because, yes, Maple would have died, but it was a 1,000 gold shutdown that Shun's able to flash and secure for himself. So a big gold influx here for the side of CFO and for Shun in particular, who now finds his first kill and a lot of gold on this Ezreal.
Yeah, and this is that's a big spike for CFO in general because they got these 2 items completed on their carries.
So this is a 4v4. No hostile takeover, though, and Maple being the member of PSG with by far the most gold. This
He's a whole
dragon
team.
extremely low and will be coming. Everyone knows. Nice Enchanted Crystal Arrow. 2-man handshake. RG on the flank, but he's a Vayne. It's a teleport in here from Gory. And now can CFO make their way out? That is the question. Driver, he's trying to. Soul Flare does go wide here, but Betty's out of mana. This should be CFO escaping pretty safely. Woody still playing aggressively. His teleport now coming in from Maple. Lightning Crash not available. And Handshake will connect onto Driver. He's going down. Sacrificial Lamb. You'll take it. You've stopped the Dragon's Soul, but you have lost one.
Yeah, uses his ulti. hopefully that's up by the time he's up. I'm not sure on the cooldown on the Cassante ulti, but shouldn't be missing it too much. Driver. Maple can play so aggressively with a Renata behind him.
Yeah, doesn't have sums, and RJ with this Baron buff should be able to pick this mid lane tower up. As Woody flash handshake is just immaculate. Gory's dead. Not expecting the second coming of, you see the second coming of Viper. Well, Woody, what is he?
Yeah,
he is just unable to do wrong.
Yeah. And you give him so much agency when you pull off this early game lane swap, and then he gets to just have permanent priority in his lane, takes his tower at 6 minutes, and then has just been running around the map, terrorizing CFO.
Yeah, somehow has made Renata the greatest engaged support in the game.
Yeah, is finding more engages than Sword Art on Leona.
Middle of the Valkyrie, cancels it out, and pretty straightforward there for RJ to just keep on wailing at that health bar. 2 items on this vein now, as 3 is reached by Betty.
Yeah, LDR coming out for this Ezreal, and Rapid Fire will be the choice for...
It'll be the... Not LDR.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Serylda's.
Serylda's Grudge, that's it.
The Last Whisper. Same difference.
Now, I mean, PSG, they've only got 1 lane left to go, 30 seconds on this Baron. Probably shouldn't be able to find the inhib off it, but if they do look for a fight, is Sword Art going aggressive onto Ginger? That's not who you want, and I think that's the first spear I've seen land this game. Lands a second, but they're all onto a Sejuani who uses ult on Sword Art, and Charter it connects onto Shun. That's going to force out the cleanse. He is going to remain reasonably healthy, but without cleanse now, anything landing onto this Ezreal would just mean his demise. Betty's taken down that top lane tower, at least the inn is gone. Baron buff now fading away from PSG. It's 3,000 extra gold. They find 12k is the advantage as PSG now hit down the mid lane. Arja and Maple pushing that in. Driver trying to find for something. Just fishing for any way back into this game through a fight.
Yeah, and then Nidalee Spear hits the vein and it barely does anything.
Yeah, Trish Barrage to try and clear out this wave, but Junja is just completely fine to walk at this tower. Doesn't feel any threat whatsoever, but Shun's wailing away at the health bar and certainly doing a reasonable amount of damage. Driver, Q3 available, flash as well. Could he make the play to bring back CFO? It's going to take a lot.
It's so difficult for Driver to play in this game. He takes so much damage from
Maple E.
From all of these carries. Yeah, Maple E not punished by Sword Art there.
Oh, handshake onto Sword Art. Betty, he does his flash now. He's feeling a lot safer up against this Leona as Shun, finding damage and a lot of it. But is this Archer and Maple just being complete pests in this base, pushing alongside these super minions and making sure there's just continuous waves at these Nexus towers. Another one going to get pushed here by Archer. Maple on the mid wave and Woody as well joining with his solo laners to make sure this base is under constant pressure.
Yeah. It's just so difficult for CFO to...
There is no cleanse, but the CC is not very long when that close range Sword Art's going to go down. Ginger is going to flash away in these slows. Casa, no flash. He does have to use it. Arja now, he does have ult. Maple very low, and Shun and Gory are definitely hurting, and it seems like this push may have been stopped in its tracks, although Ginger healing back up. And Maple will have teleport available for himself as he does back off. It's only him low. Teleport now coming through, and you cannot wave clear through a teleport on a minion. Ooh. This is going to be their third inhib taken down. There is the next 2 spawning is 2 minutes away, but Maple gets caught out. He does go invincible. He's going to get the reset. No! Not able to land the auto attack. It's Shun who dodges about 3 0 autos in a row, but still the damage is done. The base is completely broken open. Only the Nexus towers remain. There is 1.5 minutes now of double super minions going to be spawning, and
yeah, and if you do the math, 40 seconds on Baron.
40 seconds.
Maple caught out here, actually wastes his flash too. You get what he's going for because he revives at about 30%
one
HP.
Dodged. There was only one, but the heal as well from Casa.
Yeah, Maple way off, by the way, with that auto, not even close, but feeling himself flashing into the enemy Nexus.
Yeah, going for the revive, see how much damage he could do. Was not enough. Now, reset coming through for Betty. There is 10 seconds on the Dragon, 20 on the Baron.
Credit where it's due to CFO. They are putting up more of a fight than we've seen recently, especially against PSG.
Yeah.
But I think a large part of that is just how massive these Muramana, Corki, Ezreal spikes are. They're disproportionately strong relative to the gold disadvantage. So they're not feeling the gold disadvantage yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are feeling it right, 11k, and they are just bit by bit losing more of their base. I think there's a lot of over-aggression coming through from PSG.
Yeah. And that man in the mid lane. is the
Maple.
culprit.
Maple getting really ahead of his of himself.
Looking a little bit like me from ahead. Is Maple.
Yeah, there's the red buff is going to be secured away now, Baron.
Oh god, Cloud Soul, Vayne, and Zeri. Oh, that's horrible. If you thought,
Ash.
Yeah, if you thought Ezreal couldn't interact with Vayne, Zeri very well before.
Oh, here comes the engage. It's all onto Sword Art, and Driver's trying to block as much as he can, and that's a fairly decent amount as Maple not even able to join the fight. Yeah, here comes Lightning Crash. Let's see what Maple can do. Flash. Hostile takeover from Woody. Once again, it lands onto 3, and that is all that it's going to take. You know, time and time again, it's Woody finding everything. RJ trying to battle Gory, going to flash forward. He is going to have the ability to respawn as Junja comes flying and takes the kill. Gory going to be taken down on his fountain. And it was some heroics out of that engage once again from Woody that manages to all but secure the deal. Now PSG, they lead 1-0 in our best of 3.
Yeah, it's not exactly the same story as the last time around, as it didn't completely fall apart immediately after the lane swap, but pretty soon after, about 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was about 6 minutes. Game felt like it was over, and it was a few mistakes from PSG here and there, a lot of over-aggression. I think, importantly, what really made this game draw out a lot was when both Maple and Betty flashed into the base at like 19 minutes, because they did get one kill on Sword Art, but that meant the very next fight they didn't have flash on their carries. Sword Art found a solo fleet onto Betty, took him out immediately, and Driver as well, finding